minutes after. Um, so I guess since we're already talking about slow starters, we'll go ahead and talk about that. So, and I'm going to take down some of you guys' stuff too, because I really want to hear your feedback, because the other day I was talking to Shannon about this, and is that Anthony? Yeah. Okay. The other day I was talking to Shannon about this, and she was telling me about an app that she suggests to her people, and I just thought that was really cool that that I had never heard of both of those apps. I don't know if y'all are in that group. Are y'all in that group chat? Okay. No, you're not. Okay. So I must have been in the Diamonds to Dollars group chat, because I opened them up a group chat for those people that are in there. That group seems legit. It kind of scared me a little bit, and I was kind of excited about it as a leader, because they put me on the roster to like share something. And I was like, and I was like sitting there for a second, and I was like, okay, these people are 15-star diamonds, 10-star diamonds, 5-star diamonds. And I'm like, 1-star diamond over here. Like, like, what do I have to add? But I thought it was really cool that they kind of trusted me, and I was like, oh, I'm going to add value to these people. So we'll see. Luckily, it's not until later in the group, and I'll have time to prepare, because I was like, I can't do anything right now. So I'm excited about that.
Awesome.
So anyway, let me get to my point. Okay, so slow starters. So one of the things that I do for slow starters, because we all, like I said, we all have those people that they buy a challenge pack and they let it collect dust.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a trophy for them. It sits there beside their TV and they watch it all the time, but they never open it up. And then you have those people who open it up and they do it for like a week and then they're done. And then you have those people, and I'm going to say it, that half-ass it. So, so you have those people who will do like half of the workout and then they'll eat a cupcake. I'm not saying like, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying that they will go at the workout, with this mentality.
You haven't committed fully to themselves.
Yeah. And so, so my biggest tip for those type of people, this is my biggest tip, is for you to meet them where they are. And I know I've said that before, but it's for you to meet them where they are. So if they're eating cupcakes, like really find that out, because I found that if I don't find that out, like I'm talking to this one girl and I'm giving it, this is a specific example. Her name's Amanda. And, I told her, I tried to help her in the past before. I've actually sold her 21-day fix when it first came out. And she's one of those half-assers. So she like half-assed everything. And it surprises me because she's in the military. And now she's had a kid and she's not making tape. And so now she's back to me and being like, hey, Kim, how can you help me? How can you help me? And so I was just like straight up with her. I was like, hey, you need to be real with me. I know you're full-time. I know you're working full-time. I know you have a 6-month-old. I was like, I know you're stopping through the drive-through. Like I was just like straight up with her. And so my biggest tip, that is my biggest tip, is to meet them where they're at. So I told her and she was like, yes, I am stopping through the drive-thru. And so I was like, okay, how many times? How many times per week are you stopping through the drive-thru? And you want to know how many times she told me? 15 times.
A week?
Yes. She was like lunch and dinner every single day. And so I was like, all right. So how am I going to meet her where she's at? How am I going to make her feel comfortable with making a lifestyle change? Because obviously she shouldn't be eating there twice a week, much less 15 times a week. Wow. And this is the idea that these people have. Like this this is why it's so important for you to meet them where they are, because this is the idea that people have. Okay, so she's stopping at Bojangles like 6 times a week. Like for the lunches, she goes to Bojangles. And like, these are the questions that I'm asking her, because I was like, okay, where do you stop at? You know? Because if I don't know this stuff, like, I can't meet her where she's at. You know what I'm saying? Like, I cannot be like, okay, what are you doing? Like, seriously, like, what are you doing? What can we cut out? What can we take away one step at a time? You know? Because when you take all of that stuff away from them, when you say, you got to eat out of these containers and that's it, and they're not committed, I know I'm recording this and people are going to watch it, and I'm sorry about my language, but they're the half-assers, you know, like, they're the people who don't see themselves as being that person that can get fit, or don't see themselves as being that person who can lose this weight, or don't see themselves as the person who can make tape and pass that fit test. If they don't see themselves that way, then they're just going to continue that cycle of hate towards themselves. And so if you can't meet them where they're at, like, then you have nowhere to go. So the things that you have to ask them are the hard questions. So, like, I was like, okay, where are you going? And she told me. And this is the idea she had in her head, that she was eating a salad from Bojangles that was 500 calories, which we all know that Bojangles, like, they put on their menu that it's 500 calories, but it's subject to whoever's making it that day. It's also subject to, you know, whatever salad dressing you're putting on it. And so I was like, okay, well, what salad dressing you put on it? And she told me, and that added like 200 more calories. So she not only is she eating a 700 calorie, you know, like, salad that's probably not any good for her, but she's also drinking sweet tea to go with it. And so, you know, like, you know, for me to meet her where she's at, like, I can't go and be like, okay, you need to go back to your containers. Like, really, that's what you need to do. And I know that's what she needs to do. But because I know she's a slow starter, and because I know her personality, and this is why this business is such a relationship business, is because I know her. Like, I've been working with her. And I did, you know, when she bought the 21 Day Fix, she did lose some weight, and then she had, you know, a baby, and she didn't need me anymore for a while. And then now that she's, you know, doing her fit test again, and she's trying to make tape, she's like, hey, Kim, I need some help. What you got? And so, you know, like, I'm meeting her where she's at. So we agreed that she would cut down 3 times, just 3 times this week. And then we would cut it by 3 every week. So that's 3 times would be 1 day. You know what I'm saying? Because she's almost eating out pretty much every single day.
That's expensive too.
Girl, she's dual mil. Her and her husband are dual military, and they only have 1 kid. So I'm sure they have, like, they're both officers. So it's not like, so it's not like they're probably making plenty of money. They're probably fine. That's probably why she's eating at Bojangles all the time. So, but anyway, I mean, like, but this is her mentality. She was like, I'm eating a salad every day. Like, I eat the same salad every day. And I was like, number 1, super boring. Number 2, like, just because you're eating a salad does not mean it's good for you. And so, and we sit here, and I'm sitting there, like, I'm talking to this girl the whole time, and I'm like dying in my head, because I'm like, this is how, like, I'm thinking it's super funny, but at the same time, I'm feeling so sad for her, because, like, you are so ignorant about what your body needs. And so really, I get really sad whenever that happens, because I really want to help her. Like, I really want to help her make a change. And so the only way I can do it is to start slow. It's baby steps. Crawl before you walk. So you got to meet them where they're at, and then they got to crawl before they walk, because that's just how it is. And you have to, and that's the cool thing about us being coaches, is that we get to help them crawl before they walk, you know, like, because, you know, I got Insanity out because this is what I had out, but this program people can't do this. Like, people, it's hard, you know, like, it is freaking hard. And yeah, and it's just like, it's like, if I ask somebody to do insanity, it's like asking them to take the death march, you know, like, it is hard. And they have to, you know, like, for me to be like, it's not hard, which it's not. It's just as easy to do as it is not to do. But if they're not in that mindset, then what I have to do is I have to tailor it, and I have to make sure that I help them crawl before they walk, so that I can get them to where they think that this is not hard. You know, where they believe in themselves enough to say that I can lose this weight, I can get fit, I can eat right, I can do all these right things. Because now that I've lost my weight, or I've been through insanity, or I've made it through a program, I'm always confident I can make it through a program. I'm always confident I can change my eating habits. I'm always confident that if I need to lose weight, I can. And so that's really the goal for these slow starters, is for us to help them believe in themselves, you know? And I think the more we spend time with them, and it's hard, I think, and I don't want to like go off on a tangent, but I want to say that it is hard spending time with these people. And I will tell you, it's hard spending time with these people because it makes you sad. And it makes you mad that they won't do what they need to do. And when you care as much as we care, because I know you care because you're on this team, when you care as much as we care, then it's so hard for you to deal with these kind of people. It's so hard for you to deal with these people that don't go all in, who have wasted. You feel like, you paid me to do something, I want to do it, let me do it. And they're still giving you pushback. And I think that's because you need more relationship. You know, you need more of, like, you got to meet them where they're at. So you need to figure out where the heck they are. And like I keep going back to that girl, but this week, I mean, I was like, oh Lordy, like, I had no idea, you know, like, I knew, I talked to her here and there, and she comments on my posts and I comment on hers, but I had no idea I knew she ate out, because I was like, she's busy. She's a busy mom. Like, I know she ate out, you know, especially being a soldier, and they, you know, they only get so much time for their lunch. I was like, and I know there's like Burger King on posts and Starbucks, and that's it. So I knew that she was eating out, and so I had no idea the severity of it. And so I think those are my two biggest tips for slow starters. If you have any tips for slow starters, I would love to hear them. I know Shannon gave me some apps that she sends them to, like it was like something myplate.gov or something like that, and I can send them as well. I didn't write them down. I should have, because I was coming up with my two things that I wanted to share. But if you guys have stuff for slow starters, I'd love to hear it, because we all have those people who are like, we just want it more than they do.
That myplate.gov is really good. That's the site that Ace sent me to whenever I was studying.
Yeah,
that's
and
what a lot of them use in there. And it really has like they break down like what you can, like what you should eat, like, the whole food pyramid thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more like the plate.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes it simpler to follow, instead of like, looking at a pyramid with the fish sitting on top and then all your fats and sugars at the bottom, or, vice versa.
Yeah.
It's.
I looked at it briefly the other day, but I can only take on so much. Like, if there's not enough time, there's not enough time. I'm just like, whatever.
Sometimes.
So I was like going to take a look at it next weekend, because I didn't have time this weekend because I was lesson planning. But that's that. If we can come up, like if you think of something, just shout that out. But
I tell people, like, when they ask even what they should start doing right away, I always tell them to just take one thing that they normally do, like maybe the sweet tea or soda, or I say take one small step that you can change like day after day after day. Like, maybe you want to reduce your sugar intake in your coffee, so take less and less and less, because you can't do it from one day to the next just cold turkey, because that's not going to be for a lifetime change. It's going to be temporary.
Yeah.
So if you make one small, because then that's a result that they can see, because obviously you want to do an action and see a result. But after a week or two, even if they could slowly wean themselves off sweet tea, they can probably see a difference.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's a really good idea. I think that's sort of similar to what I do. But I'm like, I guess I'm a little more specific, because I was like, okay, you got to stop eating there 3 times this week.
Yeah. No, same exact concept. Just, trying to find out one small thing they can change, at least for the beginning, and then it makes it easier and easier. Like you said, it's building confidence so they can believe in themselves to make bigger changes to make it a little bit more permanent.
That's really exactly what it is. And I'm so glad you said that. It's like building their confidence. Like, it's like, that quote by Vince Lombardi, like if you learn to quit, it becomes a habit.
Yeah.
Well, that's the same thing. Like, if you learn to win, it becomes a habit, right? Like, winners win, and so that's what's happening. Like, they're getting that confidence, and they're like, okay, I got this.
Mm-hmm.
I ate there 3 less times. And then next week when I asked her, so like she says she ate out 15 times the week before. And I was like, okay, so our goal is for you to eat out only 12 times this week, And she was like, and I was like, is that a typical week for you? And she was like, yes. And I was like, that's not more? And she was like, no. I was like, okay. And so I was like, okay, our goal is for you to eat out 12 times this week, and I'm not even worried about her, tea or anything that she's eating right now. I'm just trying to get her to eat out less.
It's a habit.
So she can cook her food more. So it's just like you said, it's building that confidence and helping them get little wins. That's why they, I know I'm all about Dave Ramsey, and that's why he does that little budgeting thing where you start with the smallest bill and you work your way up, because he wants you to get those little wins in the beginning.
Something I do is a lot of the people who are afraid to work out, they're intimidated by it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm supposed to work out 6 days a week. I can't work out 6 days a week. I said, then don't work out 3 days a week.
Yeah. I do that too.
And if you can't do the whole workout, just do half the workout and modify it. Do that 3 days a week. Tell me the days you're going to do it, and that's the days we'll do it on.
Yeah.
And then, like, after they start doing that, it's like, okay, now how about you go on a walk on Sunday or whatever? And it gets to where they're starting to want to work out.
Yeah. One thing that I've done in the past that has worked, I don't know if it's better than that, because I've done that too, where I've told them, I was like, okay, don't work out, but one thing that I've done in the past is I told them, I was like, okay, your program is 6 days a week. So that's what your program is. Okay. So I was like, I want you to get used to push and play 6 days a week. So I was like, every single day that it says for you to push play, I was like, I want you to put your DVD in, and I want you to do, like, I would figure out a minutes. Like, if it was a 30-minute workout, I'd be like, you have to do 5 minutes.
Right.
Okay? And I told them, I was like, if you go over that minutes, I was like, I'm going to be mad at you. Like, I would tell them that. I would be like, if you go over those minutes, I'm going to be mad at you, because I don't want you doing too much at first,
Mm-hmm.
And I think that helped better, because they would be like, oh, I didn't want you to be mad at me, so I stopped, And so on the days that they had to do the full 30 minutes, they were a little bit sore afterwards, but they were like, they didn't feel bad about doing 10 minutes, but they got in the habit of push and play. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that seemed to help my people anyway. So before, I don't have enough time, I want to share the my top 5 social media tips, and they're really kind of broad because I think you need to be able to apply it to everybody. So the first thing is obviously be you. Seriously, stop trying to be somebody else. Like, be yourself. Like, and I think I'm preaching to the choir here. But hopefully some people will listen to this on the recording. But be yourself. Please do not be anybody else. Do not be Coach Chris Reed. Do not be, I'm trying to think of some other coach guys that are big. Coach Jimmy. Do not be Coach Jimmy. Do not be any other coach. Do not be Barbie Decker or Christine Dwyer or Cody Reed or Kim Harden or Andrea or Pam. I was like, don't be anybody unless you are that person. Be yourself and share what you're doing. Like literally, I have started only posting in the evening time, and it's because most of the time I'm pushing myself to make a post in the morning time because I think I need to make a post. I'm too busy to make a post in the morning time. I don't need to make a post then. And I've been getting a lot more feedback whenever I post steady in the evening rather than trying to make a post in the morning and then post once after I get off of work and then once late at night. So when I get home or on my way home, if I think of a post, like on my way home, I'll post it whenever I get home. And then if all throughout the evening, I'm just posting whatever's going on in my life, like,
Yeah.
Like
Black guys from Trays.
Yes. Black guys from Trays. Like, seriously, like, be yourself. Stop trying to be Susie Beachbody Coach. Do not be Susie Beachbody Coach. Do not be Joey Beachbody Coach. Because like, I feel like, okay, so I've had some people who I sent samples to who joined somebody else's team recently. Okay. And they've recently become experts at everything. Like, they know the best yogurt to eat. They know the best workouts to do. And they know everything. And the thing about that is whenever you don't know something, then your people are going to be like, well, this other coach over here knows it, And so if you're not like that from the beginning, you are yourself and you're like, hey, I don't know, but I'll find out for you. Or,
Yeah.
hey, I don't know, I'll ask my friends. They'll appreciate that more, and they'll think that this is a friendship, not a coach-customer relationship.
Right.
Okay? And I mean, it has to be business related, but it also has to be you. You have to, this is your business. You have to be you. Okay? Number 2 tip, top social media tip, grow your audience. Figure out how to do it. Whatever your platform is, if it's Facebook, if it's Instagram, it's Snapchat, YouTube, Twitter, the other ones, I don't know, whatever they are, grow your audience. Figure out how to do it. And this is my tiny tidbit of advice. Okay. There's a lot of people who can grow their audience, but there's a lot of people who grow their audience and know how to leverage it. Okay. So make sure you're getting advice from people who are growing their audience and they know how to leverage it. So these are successful people. If you're taking advice from somebody, make sure they are successful. Because don't ask me how to grow your Instagram audience because I don't know. I'm not good at Instagram. I'm good at adding people on Facebook. And whenever that doesn't work for me, I will figure out how to get good at adding people somewhere else. But right now, I'm good at adding people on Facebook. I keep a steady flow of increasing my audience, through Facebook. So that's what I do. There's plenty of coaches out there who have done plenty of videos on how to grow your audience on your platform. I can almost guarantee you, if you look up YouTube and you go to YouTube and you say, grow your audience or find friends or whatever, increase your following on Instagram, and you look on a coach's page and you just type in Beachbody Coach after it, like increase Instagram followers, Beachbody Coach. I bet you you will find some top coaches, and all you have to do is Google their name and just be like, okay, is this a top coach? You know, is this person know what he or she's doing? Because I've seen people grow their like pages and not do anything with them, you know? And I mean, like, I'm sure Brooke is okay with me saying this, but she grew her like page for a long time and invested a lot of money into it and did nothing with that audience, did nothing with it. So if you can't connect with those followers, then they're useless. So make sure, you know, you're growing your audience, and then however you're doing that, you're researching, you know, the right people. I mean, if I wanted to grow my like page, I'd probably reach out to somebody or go to somebody's. I'd probably go to Christine Dwyer's like page, and then I'd see what she's doing, and then I'd go to her YouTube, because she's got 15 stars 3 times. She's doing something right. so you know, and her like page is one of the most popular, I think, out of the Beachbody coaches. So I attract to her more, and so I would relate to her more, and so that's what I would do. So, you know, grow your audience, be yourself. And this is like number 3, and I think it's probably the most, like, not helpful, but I don't really know. But I think you shouldn't share too much other people's content. Like, you share stuff whenever it's you know? Like, I will share stuff from Wear Blue's page because I'm a Wear Blue runner. People know this. Like, people that I've run with before will see Wear Blue runners, and they'll take pictures with them and post it on my timeline, you know? So I can share Wear Blue stuff. I'm not going to share 5011 Minion post because I like Minions, you know, because I don't want people to get annoyed by Minion posts, you know? So make sure that you're not sharing too much of other people's content. And this goes with if you're on Facebook, and this kind of goes with sharing other people's content. If you're sharing other people's content, you're also boosting their page. And you're also, if you're sharing other people's content, then you're also helping, like, their sponsored posts. You know, have you ever seen those sponsored posts? You're also helping those go into your friend's news feed. Okay. So whenever you share their posts, you make sure it's, you know, something that you want your friends to see sponsored, because it will share their posts. Also, this is just another little side tip, but when you like Beachbody coaches pages, you also will put your friends, they're sponsored, you know, like if you like, let's just say you like my like page. Okay. If I was to sponsor something and you liked it, or you even like something that I posted that day, something that I sponsored would go into your friend's newsfeed. So be careful, like, the stuff that you like and stuff like that. And I'm not saying don't give, like, if you, like, I like Christine Dwyer's page. She sponsors stuff all the time. But I like her page. I genuinely like her. I'm not going to go unlike her page. But I did go unlike a lot of these, like, coaches that I really don't care about their pages. Like, I don't really care. So unlike, you know, because I don't want their sponsored crap going in my friend's newsfeed and then them signing my friend up. I'm not going to lie to you, that happened to me. So I'm just saying that's that, you know. And I think I've been posting enough from Gary Vaynerchuk to know that for you guys to know this, but this is number 4. And don't try to right hook too much, you know, like, we're Beachbody coaches, yes, but don't try to right hook too much, and don't try to sugarcoat it. Don't try to like if you want it to be a right hook, like, make sure it's a right hook, you know. And when I say right hook, I just mean that as an invite or a post about Beachbody, make sure don't try to like hide it, you know. Like the other day I said, you know, most people won't give me 22 minutes. Everybody that's following me knows I'm doing 22-minute hardcore, you know. And I told him, I was like, drop a 22 in the comments if you want me to message you, you know. So don't try to hide it. Don't try to be like, let me know, or message me. None of that. Like, tell them what you want. If you want them to comment, if you want them to like, and you're going to message them, you do it. I think Pam did a really good post the other day that I saw that I really liked. That was like, she told him what she wanted. She told him it was a challenge group. She didn't give him too much information, and you got a lot of likes off of that, I think. Didn't you?
Yeah, conversation was going.
Yeah. So, and then my last tip, I got this from Chris Reed, and I know I went through them, and I can post these. But when people comment on your stuff, private message them. No matter what it is about. Like if you say this or that, you know, like if you do a this or that post, like I did a this or that this weekend with a dress or something. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
But I did this or that. Everybody who I have them on a list, and everybody who commented on that, it's 76 people, by the way. that were not Beachbody coaches. The ones that was it was 76 that were not Beachbody coaches. I am steadily messaging all of them. So that was one tip that he gave me, that they just message them, because they've commented on your stuff. So they've recently looked at your Facebook or whatever, you know, like if it's your Instagram or I don't know, with your Snapchat. I mean, you can see on your stories who watches it. Like if they watched it, you message them, you send them a snap. You know what I'm saying? Like don't wait for, and it doesn't have to be like join my challenge group. Oh my God. Oh my. Can y'all hear him singing?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm doing a call, baby. You're so cute. You can sing Justin Timberlake to us later, okay? Got 3 more minutes. Okay? All right. Okay. Isn't he so cute? Anyway. He runs around here belting Justin Timberlake. He's super mad at him. I don't know. Anyway, those are my tips. I can share them on the team page, but I think a lot of people don't do that last one, and I try to do that a lot. Like I try to message them, and sometimes if I don't have nothing to say to them, I'll be like, "Hey, thanks for commenting on my post about this." You know, I'll be like, "I really needed some help." Or something, you know, like,
Yeah.
I mean, especially when they don't have anything on their page for me to talk to them about, because they've shared everything, and I'm like, do you like this stuff? Or like, especially when it's a bunch of videos and I don't want to watch them all. You know, like I'm trying to find out about this person, and I'm like, okay. Y'all hear that? My child, he's yelling, let's take a picture. Let's take a picture because I got less than a minute. Oh my gosh. Are y'all ready? All right. We got a little picture. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Aw. I think I got it. Oh, wait. Oh, Anthony, you missed it. You missed it, Anthony. One more time. Let's get Anthony in there.
No, it's Haley. It's a big one.
Oh.
I just came from dance.
I went to go get
Oh,
Haley.
no. I'm talking about Jesus. Jesus got Anthony over there.
Oh, I can't see. I just do.
You ready? Ready? 1.
I got kids everywhere. I have too many
1, 2, 3.
kids.
Okay, we got the kids. Your hair's cute, by the way, Anthony. I like that hair.
Got that guy?
He needs to cut his hair.
Oh, Dad wants to cut it. John won't let
He needs to
JP
go to
get
bed.
long.
Way past his bedtime.
Yeah, JP's going that way too.
Go.
Call tonight.
I'm sorry?
What?
That was a great call.
Well,
Yes.
I'm literally like, I really literally wrote down 5 bullets and 2 bullets, and I was like, this is all I got. I can't do anymore. So I'm glad you guys gave me your night. I'm liking them on Monday night. Is everybody okay with them being on Monday night, 8:30, working good for everybody? Okay. All right, good.
I'll be driving. Okay, we can still do it.
Yes.
It's
So-
great because I'm off on Tuesday, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
stay up.
Yeah.